and welcome to Breathe Kids Church. If you are new this morning, thank you so much for choosing to join us today. My name is Lucy and we are going to have the great morning together. This morning we have got yet another special guest joining us in person and online. I'm so excited. We're now going to hand over to the Ignite team for a game. We hope you're ready.
Okay, now me and Lucy aren't very good at this game because we don't lie well. We don't lie well at all. But I think we've got some good ones today. I really do. So I'll tell you what, why don't I go first and then you two guess what my lie is. And kids at home, see if you can guess my lie. And then we'll do it in the order of my screen. So we'll go Lucy and then Meg.
Okay.
Okay? Right, so I'm going to say 3 statements. 2 of them are true, 1 of them's a lie.
Okay.
Right, now, two of you, this isn't fair because I know you know one of them's true. But that's fine, I'll give a throwaway one. On my honeymoon, I swam with an elephant. That's the first thing.
Okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
The second thing is I have 35 pairs of trainers. That's the second thing. Luce did that because she knows that's believable. Luce made that face, right? And the third thing is, I was once trapped in a lift and was about 2 seconds from peeing myself when it opened. Those are my 3. So the first one, I swam with an elephant on a honeymoon. The second one was I have 35 pairs of trainers. And the third one is I was trapped in a lift, and if those doors hadn't opened when they opened, I would have wet myself. Genuinely would have wet myself. I had already decided that I was going to.
Okay.
So what do you guys think the truths and lies are?
Well, I know that you swam with an elephant. I'm pretty sure you did. Yeah.
As I was saying it, I was like, they wouldn't know this.
Yeah. I've seen photographs.
Yeah.
I'll say mine first then, what I think. I think you swam with an elephant, and I think, see, it's really believable that you've got 35 pairs of trainers, but I also know you throw things out, so I'm thinking that it's the lift is true and the trainers is false. That's my verdict.
Okay, what about you, Meg?
I actually think the same. Again, I think the trainers is, but I reckon it's like 34 pairs.
Yeah, okay.
Right,
so guys, you are both very right. I had this massive clean out before we moved house and we're down to 20. And I said that, right, because, no, don't laugh, Luce. I wanted you to be proud. Okay?
That's a lot of shoes.
Yeah, I sold some of them. I let some of them, because where are we going? Like, at my job, I can't wear trainers to work. So it was just...
You still have 20.
They've got sentimental value, okay? They remind me of times in my life that are special, okay? So I am working on it with clearing out space because my husband said to me that it would be wrong to have any more without getting rid of some. So I've got to get rid of like 5 for 1. That's the deal. Like 5 pairs of trainers can go for 1 new pair. But,
Goodness.
So that was the lie. And yes, I very nearly did wet myself in a, like, guys, I can't tell. And you probably think I was about 12. I wasn't. I was about 23 when that happened. And I was just ready to pee on myself because I was desperate. But yeah, you're both right. You both know me pretty well. That's cool.
Yeah, okay then. My turn.
Okay, Luce, your turn.
So, my 3 statements are, I have been to the Grand Canyon, I have climbed Snowdon, and I have been skydiving.
Well, Luce, I'm pretty sure I know that 2 of those are true. I'm pretty certain that I know for a fact that 2 of those are true. Well, what about you? Why don't you go first, Meg? Because I know 2 of those are true.
Okay. I think that the first 2 are true.
Okay.
And I don't think you're skydiving.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you've been to the Grand Canyon, definitely. I'm certain you have. And I know you've climbed Snowdon more than once. I don't know if you've completed it more than once, but I know that you've attempted it more than once. And Yeah, I think. Have you been indoor skydiving, but you haven't like jumped out of an airplane?
There was quite significant hesitation on that last one.
Yeah, there was. There was. I think the skydiving one's a lie.
Yeah, guys, you are correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
You haven't been indoor skydiving, have you? I've imagined
No.
that. Yeah, I've imagined that.
I feel like I would have seen pictures if you had been skydiving.
Yeah,
Definitely. But I know I've seen pictures of you at the Grand Canyon.
yeah, I've been there. There's a part of me wants to go skydiving, but then another part of me is really scared, like terrified. So I'm like, I want to go, but I don't.
Nah.
It's on
That's
my
forbidden
bucket.
in my house. I don't
Yeah.
think we need to test Jesus in that way. I just don't. I think there are enough trials and tribulations on land. We don't need to start jumping out of planes. I just
It's for fun.
too scared. No, there's nothing more terrifying to no, I couldn't cope.
All right,
I would. Right, Meg, your turn.
Okay. My first fact is that I have climbed a climbing wall in the middle of the ocean.
Ooh,
That's
My-
that's cool if it's true.
My second fact is that I used to have a pet snake. And my third fact is that I was once a drummer for an orchestra.
Lucy, do
okay.
you know what the problem here is? All
Yeah.
three of those could be true. Knowing Meg, every single one of those could be true.
Well, I definitely know. I'm pretty sure the drumming thing is true. I'm pretty sure it is. I know that you
Okay.
did. I know that you were a drummer in a band. I'm not sure about an orchestra, but that might be where the lie is. See, I don't know now. Because I feel like when you went travelling, you could have possibly, most definitely, done a climbing wall in the middle of the sea. And I feel like you would have a pet snake, so I'm really stumped.
I feel like the pet snake has to be true. I feel like Meg's like an animal whisperer and has a pet snake. She's like Dr. Dolittle. So I feel like the snake is true, and then the rock wall. You're an adventurer though, so the rock wall in the middle of the ocean sounds feasible.
That's what I mean.
But
Ugh.
then
But I've not seen a
the
picture.
drummer. This is tricky, Luce.
They're
See, me and
really.
Luce can't play this game because we know everything each other's ever done, right? So we can't play this game. But then when we have a guest, it's like, oh, intriguing.
All right, I'm just gonna go with my gut feeling. I'm gonna say the two truths is the drumming in an orchestra and the snake, and I'm gonna say that the lie is the climbing wall in the middle of the ocean. That's my guess. I do not know if I'm correct.
Okay, Luce, I'm gonna go different. I'm gonna go. I think you were a drummer. I see that. I do think you climbed a rock wall in the middle of the ocean, but I think you had like a pet bearded dragon or something, or a lizard. Like not a snake. Like you had a reptile, but it wasn't a snake. That's my guess.
Okay, so I have never had a pet. Not
What?
even a fish. No, never, ever, ever. I
Well, Deb,
really
you're
wanted
correct.
a pet.
But,
Yeah, you
no,
got it
no.
right.
I was right, but that is the most surprising thing I've heard in a really long time. I really felt like you were like some
really-
sort of animal whisperer.
I feel
I've
like
always
I
wanted
should have
a
known
pet.
that. Yeah,
No, never been
No
allowed.
way.
I feel like I
Yeah.
should have known that. I
really want a
definitely
dog.
should have.
Used
Yeah.
younger, I used to want like a pet turtle, or you saw a bearded dragon or something like that, but no, never
I
allowed.
thought you
So
had
the
done. I thought you were going to take us on a tour and show us like your zoo of reptiles. I really did.
Well, there we go. We learned something new, Deb.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
but I'm glad I won that.
And-
But it wasn't because I knew that you didn't have animals. It was because I thought you had like a chameleon or something.
Have you got pictures of yourself on a climbing wall?
Yeah, it was on a cruise ship, so technically
Right. Okay.
in the middle of the sea, but on a ship.
True. Still a truth.
Still.
That was fun. That was fun.
That was really fun. So, kids, the funny thing is, kids, your parents know you, so they probably know what is true and what's a lie. And it is very funny. See if you can get your mummies and daddies to play with you, and see if you can figure out what mummies and daddies and older brothers and sisters and carers see what they
Yeah.
lie about. Let's see that. My mum wouldn't play that game. She'd just be awful at it. So you guys, you see.
Oh, love it. Wasn't that awesome? Why not have a go at this week? We are now going to go into a time of praise and worship, so get your singing voices ready and your dancing feet ready. Let's go and praise Jesus together. That was so much fun. We love worshipping with you guys, and we hope you're learning so much about why we worship. So last week we heard about one of Grace's favourite worship songs. I hope you got a chance to have a listen to it. But this morning we're going to hear from another awesome person. So I am going to hand over to Meg. Now is the time for you to go and get your notebooks, your Bibles and your pens ready to take some notes. You have got 10 seconds, go.
We have one more question for you, which
yes,
because we've loved hearing about what people have been like holding on to during lockdown that's helped them. So, what has been like your favourite worship song during this season?
Okay, so I've been listening to a lot of songs on repeat, but one that I've liked is an old Hillsong song called Closer Than You Know.
I love that song.
Yeah, and it's just been really touching for me, and it's been a nice reminder that even when we feel so far away from everybody else, and feel maybe lonely, that God is closer than you could ever know. And it's just been a nice reminder, and I probably listen to it at least once a day.
Oh, I love that.
Good.
I love that song.
Good.
It's
That
brilliant.
is brilliant. I absolutely love that song. Luce, every now and again, your mum will just send me that song randomly. And it's always in the moment when I need it. Like, I loved that song since it came out. It really does remind us that there's this huge God who thought, yeah, you know what? I'm going to jump out of the galaxies and onto Earth to look after these people. It's just ridiculous. Great choice, Meg. Great choice.
Yeah,
Luce, we'll have to tell them what songs we've been listening to at some point.
I know, we will.
Yeah, we haven't told them. We keep asking everybody else. We haven't told them.
Thank you so much, Meg. That was awesome. This week, go and have a listen to the worship song that Meg spoke about. This week, you've got a brand new memory verse to learn, and it's from the book of Psalms, chapter 95, verse 6, and it says this: "Come, let's bow down and worship him. Let's kneel before the Lord who made us." Say it with me. Psalms chapter 95, verse 6. Come, let's bow down and worship him. Let's kneel before the Lord who made us. Why not write this down in your notebooks, underline it in your Bibles, stick it on your fridge so that you can remember this awesome memory verse. This week we have a brand new devotional for you, which you can find on the Breathe New Life Church website underneath the Breathe Kids Church section, or if you are in person with us today, we will give you one of these on your way out. We've had the best time with you all. We hope you've enjoyed it too. Next week we have another special guest joining us, and I hope you are ready. Have a great week, everyone. Bye.